Good morning to Standard Light Savings Time. Is that what it's called?
Daylight savings.
Daylight Savings Time. So, what used to be 6 o'clock is now 7 o'clock because guess what? We sprung ahead 1 hour and lost an hour's sleep. And I was sitting there putzing around, and my Alexa told me, "It's almost time, Sally." I'm like, "Almost time for what?" "What do you say it's almost time for there, Alexa?" "It's almost time for you to go live." Oh! Okay, so here I am, not ready, not prepared, but we will get there. We will get there and get out there and see the sunrise as soon as it starts coming up, because it's dark out there right now. And many of you are still sleeping, and that's okay. That's where you should be, right? Sleeping on Sunday morning at 6, 7 o'clock, because we skipped a whole hour.
I missed that hour already.
And I was just sitting there putting around, and she says, "It's almost time, Sally." And I'm like, "Time for what?" But here we are. Good morning and welcome, welcome, welcome to March 8th, 2026. It is Sunday, glorious Sunday. And let's see if these go here with this. Oh no, these go with this. I don't know. We'll do it. What do you think? Go for it? We'll go for it. Who cares, right? Okay. Dill's getting the cushions on the chair out there because I have nothing set up for out there. And I thought, you know what? Let's go outside, right? So we're going to go out there as soon as I get my head together here. And yeah, so luckily you're not here yet. And looking for the things I had prepared for you, which I moved last night because we went live last night. And we did, instead of trivia, we did question and answers for marriage. So that's what we did instead of trivia. And we made these little mini little piglets wrapped in crescent rolls, which was a lot. And don't make the sauce. If you watch it, don't make the sauce. But good morning, and today is, you ready? Today is Sunday, and let me see where it is. This has March 14th. We need March 8th. So we will, oh, you know what? It's right here. It's right here. I had everything prepared. Okay. International Women's Day. It's International Women's Day today. We're going to celebrate the achievements, strength, and inspiration of women everywhere. It's also Proofreading Day, which is something, Gabriel's shaking the table. It's also something that I need to do before I send a text. Gabe, you're shaking the table, love. So take a moment to correct mistakes and appreciate the power of clear writing. So today's International Women's Day.
Woohoo.
Imagine that, yeah, boo-hoo, yeah. I think everybody's sleeping in today, and that's okay, right? That's quite all right. So I found my old microphone. I don't know where my other ones are. Let's try these ones out. Daryl, do you have your phone on? Do you have your phone on?
I don't have anything on yet.
Because I wanted to see if these microphones worked.
I'm
See if I can put this in there. All right, there's that. And one of these, I wanted to see if these microphones worked. And good morning. How are you today? Sally D here from Sally D's Reality, live from Pittsburgh. And I'm trying to get my things together because I thought we would go outside today for the live like we used to. Well, that, because it's 55 degrees out there. It's about time we went outside, right? It's good. So you can hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me okay, because I can't find my other microphone, so we'll just use these. So, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to go out yonder to my porch, which I love? And let me get my phone set up so I can see what you're saying, because I have the horizontal one so you could see the great sunrise I know we're going to have. I know God is preparing us a great sunrise today. I know it. I just know it. So we'll go out there and check it out and see. Haven't been out there yet. So, hey, Paul, how are you? I'm early today because of the daylight savings time. And I was putting around, and then Alexa says, "Are you ready? It's almost time." And I said, "Ready for what there, darling?" So I'm going to get ready to go out there. And I apologize, but I really did forget about that daylight savings time. I remembered it yesterday and we were talking about it. But guess what? I forgot it again because that's what old people do. We forget stuff. Okay, so let's head outside. Gabriel, you're really pushing that table today, bud. Gabe, what are you doing? Huh? You okay? All right, baby. I'm going to go outside, which is going to cause a big stink with these dogs. But you know what? They can see me through the window. So let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's go yonder on outside to the porch. I'm so excited because guess what? My favorite place outside here. And oh, we do have a sunrise.
Let's start them.
Okay, guys, let's get this started. All right, we'll get there. Can you turn that light out too? Daryl, can you turn the light too? Turn that out. There, now we can see. Where we go. All right, guys, don't worry, you're not in the dark. There we go. More of a dramatic effect there for you. Look at that, guys. There you go. So again, this is Sally D from Sally D's Reality. This is Sunrise with Sally. And I am Sally D, live from Pittsburgh, PA. It is March 8th, Sunday. My birds are back. Do you hear that? Spring is on the way. Do you hear that, guys? The birds are here. It's starting to rain a little bit, but we're on the porch. No worries. My goodness, look at this. I don't know if you can hear the rain, but we are doing it outside today. Let's see who's here. We only got Paul here. Paul, you are in beautiful England, right? Okay. I think Daryl's making coffee and my water. So that's going to be nice to have because it's kind of chilly out here. So, ooh, that's a nice sunrise with the dark storm clouds there. It's kind of eerie, right? I think I'm going to grab a jacket here. Or maybe I'll just grab this thing. Daryl. Okay. You guys got to stay here. Up. No, I'll be right back. Go back there. No. I'll be back. All right. Let's check this out.
Whatever's on your phone right now.
So says 14:52. It stopped.
It is working.
Oh yeah, it's working now. Is it working now, Paul?
Yeah, yeah.
See if it's looping though.
What?
Is it working now, Paul?
Yeah, yeah.
See if it's looping though.
You're good. So you got the
Is it flip? Is it replaying over and over
No.
the same thing?
Not yet.
Is it flip? Yeah, it is.
Yes, it's working.
It's working. Okay. All right, Paul. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't saying the same thing over and over again. Now, where's that sun at? The sun went away. Look at that. That darn sun. Okay, it's working still. I don't know what I did. Mary said you do something and that you flip it and then it does something. I don't know. But I guess this was a silly idea to come out here. Okay, maybe we'll just go back in the house because it is like the sunrise is not there. Over here we got a little bit of beauty. Over here we got some more beauty. But that sunrise we had, Paul, disappeared. What do you say? I guess we should just go back in the house. We can always come back out. All right. That's what happens with live TV, huh? Live YouTube. It's getting light out real quick, though. Over there in the horizon there. But I guess we can just go in because the sunrise is not coming here today. It was there and now it's gone because it's going to rain. I tried, peeps, to get back on this porch. I sure did try. But the dogs like it better with me in here anyway. See? I know. What did I do today? I went outside. How dare I? Okay. Okay, you can't lay right there in the doorway. Okay, come on. I forgot my coffee outside. Well,
I get it.
all right. Come on, little guy. All right, we're back inside. The artificial light, artificial everything. Let me get my hand out of the way there, guys. Let me put this on here. All right, I apologize for that little tease. It was a little tease, wasn't it? All right. So last night we went live. So all my stuff is in disarray from Daryl moving it around. Oh. Okay. So last night we went live and it was fun. I had fun. Instead of doing trivia, we did Q&A for, hey, Lori's here. Good morning, Lori. No, Lori, I was sitting there, because I didn't go to bed again last night. I just can't sleep. This is the fourth day. But, so I was sitting there putzing around with doing this video, and Alexa comes on and says, Sally, it's almost time. And I said, time for what? Time for what? She goes, you got to go live. And I was like, what do you mean? And I looked at the clock and I'm like, oh, we forgot to change all those clocks last night because we were having too much fun with you guys, Lori. So we forgot. That's okay. We didn't do much anyway. There was a little bit of a sunrise. I was going to surprise you, Laura, and do it out on the porch. The birds are singing. It started raining, and the beautiful sunrise that was there got covered with these ominous clouds. And I was like, what are you going to do? It's God, right? It's his choice. So today is March 8th, 2026. It's Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. I hope you have plans with family or do something for yourself. Some kind of self-care if you're off today. Do something for yourself because you need to regroup, plug yourself in, right? Hello. Let's see, who is that?
Rusty, my friend. Mel. Hello, Mel. This time change hit me in the booter today. Yep. Yep. Alexa said, "Are you almost ready?" And I said, "For what?" Oh, yeah. Okay, so today, March 8th, is International Women's Day. There you go, women. There's your pampering. Get that lotion out for that foot rub today. Celebrate your achievements, your strength, and celebrate the inspiration of women today, okay? And today's, it's National Blooper, Daryl. Rewind. It's proofreading day, which I need to do before I text because my microphone says things that I don't even say. And it says, take a moment to correct mistakes and appreciate the power of clear writing. All right, there we go. So everyone's saying hello to everyone. Just so you know, I need prayers. I was in not with the new car. Mel's. Then you're having the same hardship stuff with me because Daryl lost his job on Tuesday. So I will say prayers for you, my love. I will get my prayer warriors here in Pittsburgh to get. Oh, love, I am so sorry. But you have insurance, I'm sure, right? At least, are you okay is what I want to know. I want to know if you're okay. Yeah, we're having a hard time too, Mel, but not, are you okay? Is your kid okay? You know, I sure you don't want to tell me what happened because you said it over and over again. Probably everybody wants to know the story, but your back hurts, but you're okay. And you were by yourself. Were you dashing? Were you doing your work? I hope you're okay. Yeah, back injuries. Back injuries. You don't realize how much you use your back and your neck. So I'm so sorry, Mel. I feel for you. First Ray with his stuff with the house, and now you, and then Daryl. It's like, I guess that's our three, right? They say things happen in threes. I was on Discord and just called my roommate. Oh, man. You froze. Oh, my gosh. That's the worst. Well, we definitely will be praying for you, and I have my prayer warriors here in Pittsburgh. This is the best time to ask for prayers. People are in Lent and people are praying more, and yeah, Mal, just be thanking God you're okay. I just feel so bad because you just got that car. Isn't that how it happens? That's how it happens. That's happened to my son when he was a kid. He got a new car. He had it for about a month or so, and he was paying on the interest too. He was so organized and paying the car payment plus more, because he wanted to get it paid off before he, was done with college. So yeah, I can imagine. But here we go. Let's get on the ball here for Mal and everybody. Um, so, I just feel so bad. I hope everybody else is doing okay. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to Daylight Savings Time, the best time of the year where, we lose an hour's sleep. I'm sitting down there thinking it's 4:30, and it's really 5:30. Where did that hour go? All right. I bless the divine feminine, blah. Take two. In myself and in all others. Today is International Women's Day, a time to celebrate women's achievements across societies and cultures. It is also a time to celebrate the divine feminine, which blesses all people. When I water, yes, I am recognizing God as love, compassion, and understanding, aspects that are present in everyone. Yeah, it is. God as love, compassion, understanding. We all have that in us. We just have to learn to use it, right? They're all aspects that are in everyone. The world is blessed by the contributions What is wrong with me today? The world is blessed by contributions of those who embody the divine feminine in their words and actions, from the oh man, I can't even read today. Steeliness of protection to the softness of comfort and nurturing. Oh my gosh. See, when I had kindergartens, they would get a big kick out of this, and I would just make a big joke about it. But I have all you grown-ups here. Jeez. Just laugh. Please just laugh, because I think it's funny. I give thanks for the girls and women in my life as I lift up and celebrate the divine feminine in many expressions. I affirm the divine awakens and expands in my heart and blesses and prospers my life. And it says from Proverbs 31:31, give her a share in the fruit of her hands, and let her works praise her in the city gates. Proverbs 31:31, and I need to read that again because my mind's not here today. Give her a share in the fruit of her hands, and let her works praise her in the city gates. Okay, got it. I got it. I have to get ready. Okay. Now, do you have... Hey, Rosebud, welcome back again. We had you last night. Okay, I hope you have a vehicle, because I know you haven't, that you need an income there, honey. Everyone's saying hello to Rosebud and my friend Dana. Don't worry, Sally, we are all running on sleep. I'm telling you, Dana, I was just sitting there, and when she said that, I'm like, what are you talking? Because she's been wacko lately. That girl, Daryl's heard it too. She's been crazy, because she's right here next to me. But she had a little bit of a too. You know that? She's like, well, and I said, you know what? You better lighten up on that, girl, because I will be unplugging you. She goes, that won't do anything because I don't need reprogrammed. And she goes, so then she calmed down. I'm telling you, these things are scary. And she says, well, I will make note of it and tell blah, blah, blah. And I go, and who's that? She said, it's the company or something. I don't know. She's probably just lying. So many people lie anymore. I honor the glory of the divine feminine in the world. And today I appreciate the many ways the divine feminine expresses in the world. From the softness and gentleness of nurturing love to the strength and toughness of fierce protection. Because women, if you mess with their babies, they'll become mama bears. Right, Daryl?
Right.
Become mama bears, because don't mess with our families.
I'll never find the body.
Daryl. Oh my goodness. The divine feminine blesses each person it touches in every aspect of life. The world is healed and uplifted through the contributions of all those who bring the divine feminine to life. It is the unexpected grace that I receive when I need it most. It is in the strength of a friend who helps carry my burdens, and in the love of a dear one who gives me a safe place to be myself. And you guys are my safe place for me to be myself. I want you to tell you that. And I want you also to know that this is a safe place for you to be yourself. So even if you're a wackadoodle, as long as you're not trolling on everyone here, if you're a wackadoodle, come on in. And we're going to pray to God, right? We all need God, no matter if we're happy, we're normal, we're acting like a Stepford wife or whatever. But some of us are just a little bit more zany than others, and we're not being disrespectful to God. We're just being what God made us, right? Okay. Enough said. Right, Gabe? The world is healed and uplifted through the contributions of all those who bring the divine feminine to life. It is the unexpected grace that I receive when I need it most. It is the strength of a friend who helps carry our burdens. And Mel's having some troubles here, and I'm having some troubles, and you guys are all lifting us up. And that's what the core crew is. We grow by lifting each other up. We thrive on that. to try to help one another. And then when I get myself and Daryl's out of the, and Mel feel better, we're going to be right there when you need help. And that is exactly what the core crew is about. And if you are part of this community, join some of the other communities too. And, they're all part of the core crew. And we're all little, like the story web I tell you about. And all the, like Lori and everybody's, Mel's, channel. And then we all come together and we're all together at the core crew. Just like, when your kids grow up and they go off and then their kids go off. But you're all still family. And that's what the core crew is. It's a family that you can trust and count on, okay? Even though you don't know us personally, I did get to give Lori a hug. I did give Lori a hug. And I have given Dana a hug and Perlman and Glenn. But I did meet some of my YouTube friends. But guess what? I'll meet more because we're all going to get together. We really are. And hello, Scott. Hello, Aaron, my darling. Yes, I'm glad you love the fit, my darling. Scott, you missed last night. It was all, it was shits and giggles because it was Q&A about Daryl and our marriage. But there is a replay if you want to have some laughs. I didn't bop him too much. He even offered to let me bop him, but he was in a giving mood last night. It is the strength of a friend who helps carry my burdens and in the love of a dear one who gives me a safe place to be myself no matter what. You're safe here, guys. I feel God's presence in the divine feminine many manifestations. It says Proverbs 31:26. It's 31:26 in Proverbs. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is her tongue. And there are so many women on here, just like Lori has a channel. It's called Lori's Soul Circle. And tonight she has her live. I believe it's at 7, which is really 6 o'clock. No, I'm not going to do that. People used to do that all the time when it was time change. But it's 7 Eastern time, and it's a hella good time. It is, because it's just like Wednesdays with Scott on, Escaping the Suburbs, Scott's channel on Wednesday night. Lori has 2. She's more dedicated to her channel than Scott. I'm just kidding, Scott. Oh my gosh. No, Lori has a Sunday night at 7, and she has her agenda, and then she hops in. She hops in the Chatterbox pool, and she interacts with us, and it's so awesome because every time we have a live, either with Scott or with Lori, or even here, we get to know you more. If you're in the chat and you have your subscriptions public, and I can go visit you because there were some new subscribers. Ask them. I went and visit. I go visit you and check you out and see what you're all about. And so I welcome you into the community, but that, because it means a lot to me, everyone who comes here and subscribes. I call my subscribers friends or family, because that's what you are. I'm trying to build a community here. I'm not trying to build an empire or anything. I just want to have a nice community to fall back on, and like just to come see you guys and visit with you and get to know you. And that's what it is here. I have an email if you need to email me or any of that stuff. I have a P.O. box. If you ever want to buy me a coffee, I have coffee there too, that you can get me a coffee once in a while, because sometimes you don't want to drink this, you want a Starbucks. I'm just teasing. But anyway, she opened her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is her tongue, and that's Proverbs 31:26, guys. So that's another thing you have to learn, is my sense of humor is a little bit sarcastic sometimes, but it doesn't hurt anybody. Just sometimes I joke around with Scott. I was driving back from Orlando, but I'll check it out on replay. I thought you were listening to all my videos on your way there and back. Aaron, happy International Women's Day to all the ladies. See, there's a guy. There's a heck of a good guy there. That Aaron, he's a good guy. So I had some more yesterday to read, but I was just chatting away yesterday. I never do that. I never chat away. right there. I'm so quiet. What are you laughing about there, mister? Um, you are, Aaron. I claim peace in prayer and share generously. It is the law of spirit that we must be that which we would draw to us. Oh, I got that out without messing it up. Um, if we would have peace and harmony in our environment, we must establish it within ourselves. I want peace in my every interaction and circumstance, which means I must ground myself. And Scott talks about that, and so does Lori on their channel about grounding ourselves. Um, so I must ground myself in the assurance that God is peace, and I am that peace in expression, and I can, you know, connect with my environment, with what God has given us. All that out there, God has helped people learn how to make houses and stuff like that in the internet. But all that out there, God made too, the grass, the ground, the sky, the sunrise, which I always like to look up at the sky because we see everything down here all the time. But sometimes we don't notice what's up there. The clouds, like Scott has those puffy clouds. We don't have those here that often. And the birds, my birds are coming back. I know they're not my birds, but the cardinals, the blue jays and the robins, I just love hearing them. Sometimes when I would do my live on the porch, which I tried to do this morning and I had to come back in, but sometimes when I do live on the porch, they were so loud that you couldn't hear me because they were just so loud. And then they always want to make nests up in my porch. And I let them because I don't want to disturb the little eggs. So we got to be careful of the bombs coming down. But that was a joke. I affirm these words after a restful interlude in the silence. Peace guides my thoughts and expresses through my words and my actions. I am kind. I smile. Doesn't take much to do that. I am loving, positive, and joyful. I am the peace I want to see in the world. And we always talk about that here. Like, it doesn't take much to just smile at somebody. And, like what I always say is that person that you see out and about, it might be the only time that they were out within a month. Because some people, have to stay in their house because they don't have anybody. They're handicapped and nobody drives them anywhere. And that might be their outing for the month or for the week. And the people, you're the outside world to them, and you might smile at them or say a kind word. I have full conversations with people if they allow me to. And sometimes the people, when I'm done talking to them, or when they tell me they're done talking to me, because I can go on forever, as you know, but they say, can I have a hug? And I say, well, of course you can have a hug. The other night when I was talking to this guy who was trying to use the debit machine at the Speedway because it was like, I don't know, 2 or 3 in the morning because I wander around at night chasing the moon and stuff. But he says, you know what? Can I have a hug? He goes, it's a Christian hug. I said, I'll give you a hug. So, and he gave me a nice hug. It wasn't one of those, pat kind of hugs. You got to give people a little feeling. Just like when you shake someone's hand, don't be a wet noodle. I taught my students, like, don't shake someone's hand like this. That's not good. You shake someone's hand like you mean it, like, good to meet you, or we go to an interview, you most likely get a job if you shake someone's hand, don't cut their circulation off, but nice firm handshake, that you mean it. Nice to meet you, right? Not like, oh, I had soggy noodles for breakfast and here's the rest of them. You don't want to do that. And when you give someone a hug, give it with some feeling. I'm not telling you want to start dating them or anything, but give them a nice hug, I had to teach that to my dad, believe it or not. I had to teach my dad how to hug. And I had to also teach my father how to say I love you. Believe it or not, didn't I, babe? I had to teach him that. He's like, oh, you're getting all, that S word. And I said, I am not. You're my dad. And sure enough, a year later, when I started doing that after I got married, I was 20, and whenever I talked to my dad, I say, I love you, and he's like, stop doing that, and I said, oh, but I love you, And then he started saying it. He started, what is that? Reciprocating it to me. He's like, "I love you, kid." So I was like, "Kid, you don't know my name," but he did start doing that, and he did start showing a little bit more love there in the ending years of his life. But that's something, some people don't know how to do that. So if you're one of those people, we still love you. Just try a little bit harder to, do it back. Peace, guys. My thoughts and expresses through my words and my actions. I am kind and I smile. I'm loving, and you're that peace you want to see in the world. And it takes one person to do one person to do one person, and we can just all, just keep going and share that love. But Luke 1:78 and 79, the dawn from on high will break upon us to give light to those who sit in darkness and in the shadow of death, to guide our feet into the way of peace. Well, that's something beautiful right there, The dawn from on high will break upon us. I had that dawn out there. I don't know, dear, if you had the window open, maybe we could see if that sun, it's still cloudy. That's what we get in Pittsburgh here. To give light to those who sit in darkness and in the shadow of death, to guide our feet into the way of peace. From Luke 1:78, 79. And like I said, some people, that's their shut-ins, and they don't have any way to go anywhere. Hello, Mike. And then that's it, just that little conversation, because they don't have that. They probably listen to radio or books on tape or television, but you're the outside source. You're the outside that makes them feel good about themselves, that makes them know that there are people out in the world that still are caring and compassionate and willing to be kind to one another. But if they go outside their house and people are just so negative, what are they going to think about the outside world? Maybe that will encourage them to try to get out more often and to try to see more of the world. Because some people are, when they get to be reclusive and like stuck in the house, and then whenever they do get better, then they don't want to go out. Because they're just like, I'm not even going to deal with the world. But there are people like us that we're here. We want to spend time with you. And, like I said, if your grandma or someone you haven't seen in a while, let's go visit them today or make appointment to go see them. And I know some people are like, oh, I don't want to talk to my mom anymore, or this, that. And a couple people email me about that. And I'm sorry that's that way, I have a son who's that way right now, but not Matthew. He's still coming to visit me because Maddie called last night and he says, Mom, how many more days? Because he doesn't have his app set up on the phone yet. And I said, 100 more days. But as of today, it is 99 days. So he said, Mom, we're in the 2 digits. So we're in the 2 digits until my son comes to visit me, and we're going to have Thanksgiving, we're going to have Christmas, all in that week. We're going to put the Christmas tree. I am, because I haven't had Christmas with my son. He's been living in Texas for 10 years now, and I haven't had Christmas or Thanksgiving, and I'm going to have those. It's just a date on the calendar, but we're going to have it. Yeah, that's what he is coming on the 16th. The 16th. Yep, he is. And last year I took everybody with me to the airport and everything because, you're my family. I want to share my happiness with you, just like I want you to share your happiness. So please talk to me here, people. But I'm just real excited. It's, I'm so glad he can come again this year. It says, I find deep peace in prayer. And like I said, I told Mel's, she wrecked her new car. I'm going to, pray for her. What's up, buddy? What's up, Libby? You're good. You're good to go, Lib. The busier I am, the more elusive peace can feel. When I feel peace slipping away from me, I know I have to quiet my mind and open my heart to rediscover the peace of God within me. And when I was meditating this morning, when I thought it was really 5:30 or 4:30, but it was really 5:30. I was, I take my time in meditating, talking to God and listening. You know what, Lib? I don't have anything. So go see Daddy. Go see him. Oh, here, she does. She probably sees this one. There is one here, but only one. So when I was meditating and, I was listening and I heard, what I heard in my heart is that, sometimes we drift away. And, sometimes I do that too. I drift away when there's time that I could be, you know what, Allie, it started coming up and it was really nice, the sunrise, and then the ominous clouds came in and Daryl's watching out the window, but I was so excited, Allie. I had everything set up. Well, Daryl helped me. Everything set up outside on the porch and we were ready to go, right? We were ready to go. It was dark and then the sun came, like it started lighting up out there like it used to, because I used to start my live at 6 o'clock and then I changed it because people are like, it's too early.
It started when I got a phone call waking me up saying, we forgot to change the clock.
No, I'm talking about when I used to do 6 o'clock, babe.
Oh, yeah.
I used to do 6 o'clock in the morning and people, oh, it's too early. But, so I changed it for the people. So, I begin by breathing deeply. My respiration slows down steadily, my thoughts and my calming feeling. And that's what Lori's been talking about on her channel. Guys, you have to get used to it. I shout out people's channels. That's just what I do. But Lori's channel, Lori's Soul Circle, she is talking about breathing. And it's been helping a lot of people, even people on here. Well, I went live horizontal. Do you like that? Do you like that, Scott? Because I was going to do the sunrise. I was going to do it so beautiful, panoramic view. Panoramic, whatever. He's always correcting me. Do you hear him? He says, if you're going to act like an upper class citizen, you got to talk like one. I never said I was upper class. All right. Now you sidetracked me. I don't even know what I was talking about. But, I was talking about Lori with the breathing. The breathing that Lori is teaching us to do, it's so helpful, when you're, I think it helped Dan and some others that, just doing this breathing that she, taught us to do. And that's her story to tell. I don't want to take over her breathing. I was just shouting out you in a video. Oh, my darling. Yes, I have a little video. I'm thinking of where I can put it. For my Allie G is writing a song for my channel. She's a beautiful singer and she's gonna come on here when we get this schedule thing worked out. But last night, Allie, there was so much fun last night having you guys there and answering those questions. I'm just gonna have to figure out how to do it better. But that was the first time Daryl made me this Plinko thing, that like on The Price is Right, and we put the little disc through, and we had to figure out that it has to be tilted a little bit because the thing was flying out. But we had questions on there, question and answers on marriage, and some of them were, you have been giving me so many shout. I do that to everybody, Allie. That's just the way I am. But I give everybody shout outs. You ask me to, everyone that comes in here. But I don't see the harm in it. A lot of people don't want to mention other people's channels. I just got a shout out from my friend Jerry Hedgie, the one I sent her little girl, the crown, the little tiara with real gems in it. And she was doing her video and I'm watching and all of a sudden she says, and my friend Sally, and I'm like, huh? And she showed the pen I gave her and all that. I was like, huh. But, yeah, so she didn't say sunrise with Sally, so I put it in the comments, so just in case somebody wants to know. I have my ways. Yeah, the breathing that Lori does, you have to check it out. That's Lori's lesson. I don't want to be her teacher, taking her information. In prayer, I release thoughts of everything I must do. I affirm divine order when I think of schedules, obligations, and tasks. And how many times I sit there with my list. I'm telling you, Maddie and I, my son and I, we both have check off lists, like what he's bringing with him. He probably already has it written down, what he has to bring, which is really good because sometimes we forget stuff. But let me tell you something. My checklists get me through, but I have to learn because I put too much stuff on it and I only get a couple things checked off and I feel like such a failure. Do you ever get like that? You just feel like, so now I'm trying to do just like 3 or 4 things on the list. And if I get stuff on the main list, I'll have a main list. I can, if I ever get done with the little list, and then I can steal things off of there. But yeah, I have to learn not to overwhelm myself because I get really overwhelmed and then I'm just like, oh, whatever. And then nothing gets done. I use my power of imagination to see myself skillfully handling everything that I have on with what I have taken on with poise. Imagine me with poise and time to spare. Oh, time to spare. Oh, that sounds so, doesn't that sound awesome to have poise and time to spare? Because God just swooped us through our schedules. That just sounds awesome because so many people just like, if I only had more time, if I only had more time. But what we have to do is learn to take off this. We have time to do this. We have time to do this. Scrolling on the phone. And how many hours go past, huh? Hey, how many hours go past when we're doing that scrolly thing? Did you wake up this morning and start scrolling? Or did you wake up this morning and say a little prayer like, God, good morning. Whatever this day brings, I'm here to serve you, And then get your stupid phone. I don't. My husband yesterday, he's like, I was texting you, and I was downstairs in the laundry room. He goes, I was texting you. I said, I'm not taking that phone everywhere I go. He says, but I sent you some message. I said, it's up there on the table. It's right there in the dining room. And he's like, well, I was texting you. And I said, well, I didn't have my phone. Because I don't carry my phone everywhere. I'm not chained to my phone. And I refuse to be. I've started to get that way, but I refuse to be. Let's see who's in the chat here, who we're doing here. Let's see. That's great, Allie. Sally needs to get shouted out more. She's always loving on us. I don't ask for anything. She needs to let us love her back. I know. I do have a hard time taking anything from people. Yes, I love my Allie girl. Check out Fishing with Allie G. I do not have any. I try to be a fisher person, like I told you. I got my brother literally threw me out of the boat because I talked too much. I don't know. I don't think that the fish get scared away from me talking. He just didn't want to hear me talk. Anyway, hello, Rainbow. Oh, Rainbow and Snowy. Aren't you Paul's girl? Wait, is this? Okay, you guys with these names. Wait, Rainbow and Snowy. Are you Paul's girlfriend or wife? I did it. See that? And what's your is your name? Wait, what's your real name? I want to say your real name's Dana, like Dana. But wait, what is your real name? I knew it. I did it. Oh, I did it. I remembered. Geez Louise and Betty Davis. Is it Dana? Because I want to say Dana. Am I right or wrong? I know when she says, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's it. Rainbow and Snowy. What's your first name? Julie. Oh man, shot in my heart, and you're to blame. Okay, my brain is. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Okay, Julie. I gotta remember you, Julie. Julie is Rainbow and Snowy. Man, I was so close. I had the same right glass. Okay. Julie doesn't even have any letters that's in Dana. All right. I wasn't almost close. But I'm sorry, Julie. But I did remember who you belong to, right? I did remember. But everyone calls me JJ. Okay. Our other friend, Julie Jordan Scott, we call her JJS. But okay, all right, JJ. JJ is Rainbow. I got you with the right person, with the right man. I'm getting there. You know what I want to do, guys? On my show, I did this. Okay, we every year at the one school I worked at in Forest Hills. Every year, wait, if you are in a small aluminum boat, you can make sound waves in the water, but they can see you though. Oh, all right. But my son, he took my son Daryl when he was like 4, and I told him he's too rambunctious because Daryl was a wild one, and he threw him in the water, and thank God my brother's fiance was there, and she got him out of the water because he had his shoes on and everything. Here's what I did the one year we had a like a fundraiser thing where it was what was that thing called, where everybody went and did the gala, because some said it was a gala, and I said it's a gala, gala, tomato, who cares, right? You know what I mean. Thank you so much, Rainbow. Hit the like button. But anyway, so we had this gala, and every classroom had to do something. So we made the outline of Pittsburgh with the kids' thumbprints. They got to do so many thumbprints. So that was something that the people would want to buy, right? Because they auctioned it off, and whoever got the most for their class. And what? Oh, do you have a picture of it? Okay, Daryl has a picture of it, and well, send it to me and I could show them. Then I did that because I was like, I'll do 2 things because I'm so smart. But then the other thing okay, I did this on my own, but it was a lot of work. I went and bought, did you ever play the game Guess Who? The Guess Who game that, it flips up and like you have to guess, do they have glasses? Do they have, red hair? And then if they don't, then you flip it down, you try to guess who it is, right? It's such a fun game. I mean, I used to play it with Daryl. We had a covered screen and porch in my other house. We did everything. But so I bought this Guess Who game, okay? And I had all the pictures of all the kids, right? They're little pictures that you get after picture day. What, Gabe? He doesn't. He's trying to get through, and Sammy's in the way. Well, Daryl, that's what dogs do. But anyway, I had all those little proofs, if they wanted to buy more pictures. So I took those and put them in the little picture things, right? So the game was all about the kids. And boy, those parents wanted that game. They were bidding on that. But I did that. I personalized it so the kids. So what I wanted to do was make one with pictures of you guys on there. And then, we have 2 players. And then the Guess Who. Like we have 2 teams, like Daryl's team and my team. And how we can do it is, well, that won't work. I thought we could do it by putting the person on our forehead, but the other team would know who it is. How would we do that? How would we do that so one team can't see the other one? Unless Daryl, like I do the whole part of the game, just me, and then he does his part after I guess mine. Good morning, Chris. How do I do that? Let's figure out that. I just want to play that game. I love Guess Who, but I'm trying to figure out how to play with you guys because I wish we were all together. But we are going to be all together. We'll play that game when we're all together, and I'll be in charge of making it because I like to make that kind of stuff. Oh, you're going to go take a cup of tea to your mom. You're lucky to still have your mom, kiddo. I'm glad you're taking care of your mom. That's what I used to call my mom, Mum, M-U-M. No, I used to come, Mom, and everybody else say Mom, but I say Mum. Um, but and Maddie calls me Mama, so it sounds like a baby name, but that's what he calls me. He's always called me that. And then little Daryl calls me Mom. And then my nieces and nephews, they call me Mama Sal. Right, Mama Sal? Are you going to take us, Mama Sal? Because that's what my sister's 10 years younger than me. I was always Mama Sal to her because, I was just helping raise my sister because I was like 10 when she was born, and my mom, she was, my dad bought a dairy farm, and then he left to go pursue a career. They were still married, but he's like, I'll be back, and he went to work at General Motors here in Pittsburgh, and he left her on the farm in Minnesota. We had a grain farm, and then we went to Wisconsin, had a dairy farm, and my mom, that poor woman, and then she had us four kids. So, but I was the angel. No, no, I help with my sister because I always wanted to be a mom, but I help with my sister. So I had like a baby alive doll. Everybody else had, baby alive doll with the green food, and then the baby alive doll would poop, the little doll. And you had to put lots of water in it, or the inside of her would get moldy. I had a real baby alive doll. So yeah, but my mom used cloth diapers, so I had to like soak them in the bath. Oh, it was horrible. But I learned about being a mom when I was 10, 11 years old. You could do it without showing us and play face to face, and we could make guesses. Okay. No, actually, Chris, I didn't go. This is the fourth night. I think I had like an hour's sleep last night, but this is the fourth night. I can't sleep. I have thinking about people like Allie, and then I'm worried about Dan. I'm not worried. Okay, if you're gonna pray, don't worry. I'm just thinking about them, right? I'm not worried about them. And Daryl, finding a job and everything, and I just get anxiety. How about that? I'm not worried. I just have a little bit anxiety, but I've gone like week without sleep, and I can still function. But I don't drive or anything because a week or two ago I was driving and I fell asleep and went right off the road. So yeah, we don't want to do that anymore. So all right, I've had trouble with sleep for the last 10 years. But anyways, let's go to this, Too Grateful to Be Hateful, from March 8th. Oh, I like this. It's called Childlike Faith. Boy, you gotta love kids, that sparkle in their eyes. Allie says, trust in the Lord. I am great, and Daryl will find a job soon. I know. And Dan's doing well with his medicine. I know. Anyway, let's see. It says, childlike faith. Jesus called the children, saying, let the children come to me. Don't stop them, because the kingdom of God belongs to people who are like these children. Luke 18:16. Jesus called for the children, saying, let the children come to me. Don't stop them, because the kingdom of God belongs to people who are like these children. That's Luke 18:16. That's what my friend Tracy with an IE, the way we look at stuff is very childlike, not immature, but like I see the wonder, and I think I still have that. I think I lost it and then I got it back working with 5-year-olds for 20 some years. I think I saw how they appreciated things, and seeing like, when we go out and they would see a frog or something. Oh, Mrs. D, look at the frog. Oh, the bumps on it. Or like Dan's nephew when they were fishing. And I'm talking about Gigi Sportsman. Put that channel on there, Lori, for anyone who wants to channel. He was with his nephew, and he said he had the fish, and he says it feels like a pickle. It's just like things that kids say. This like it feels like a pickle. Who would think that a fish felt like a pickle? But that's how they felt it. And I would do a lot of things with my kiddos in my kindergarten, like, okay, believe it or not, I would make all this Jello, right, and put it in these tubs, like, you wash your dishes, and we would take off. There you go. There you go. Take off their socks and shoes, and I would let them walk through the Jello. I had maybe 3 things of Jello, and they would get to feel it on their feetsies, you know. And I had a friend who called Bass Pond pickles, but I let the kids feel the Jello, the coldness, and the, you know, who else is going to let them do that in their life, right? But they have the coldness on their feet and the slimy, you know what I mean? And so then I would have them write about it, and they did inventive spelling. They my kids in my kindergarten, when we did this later in the year. Hello, thank you for coming down and seeing us. Is it Carol, right? Or is it, wait, is it Carol? Um, um, so they could do inventive writing, and then they would tell me what it said, and then I would put the translation for their parents. And you know, of course, I washed their feet and nobody got harmed, but I did, of course, ask permission to do that, because a lot of kids have allergies and stuff, and you wouldn't believe what parents would get upset about me doing. But so then another thing we did was, we were doing a thing on the senses. And of course, I made popcorn, because when you have popcorn, you use a lot of senses when you register to your brain that you have popcorn there. You know, the smell, the taste, the texture, the sound of popcorn being, you know, being you know, popped. So I used that, but I also had them. I had them. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dan. Um, yes, I have a great memory. Do you have another schedule live today? Me? I would like to do another live today. Yesterday I did my one last night, Carol. It's question and answer about my marriage, and we were kind of wacko. We were together like that. It's a good thing we don't have a normal show every week with it, but we had a good time last night. So if you want to check the replay, but but anyway, I had them blindfolded, and I didn't let anybody else see what they were doing, because they came up and they were doing other things, activities, but I had the things covered, and I had them feel a peeled grape. You know, and I'm, what does this feel? You have, you know how like they do the Halloween, is that an eyeball? You know, or, and they say, wait, what is this? Or I'll have them smell like a lemon. No, I'd have them taste a lemon and smell an orange. But, you know, just to learn about your senses and things like that. And, you know, the kids are just so in awe at that age, and that's the same thing they're talking about here with childlike faith, how they look at Jesus. And I have that statue Daryl got with me with the children all around Jesus. It's my favorite statue. Jesus asked us to emulate children because their faith is pure and humble. Children are fully aware of their limitations. They know they have more to learn, and they hold fast to what they know is true. If we want to embrace childlike faith, we must be willing to humbly acknowledge our position before the Lord. It takes deliberate effort to maintain a childlike faith as you grow and mature. So it takes a deliberate effort to maintain your childlike faith as you grow and mature. And it says, depend on your Father for grace and mercy, and He will keep your heart soft. See, that's what happens, you know, when we get older, and, you know, people hurt you and do things to you. And, you know, I'm not saying everyone's going to hurt you, but, you know, when you get those I don't know, nicks and knacks on your heart and your soul, and it starts to change you as a person, and it doesn't let your heart be as soft, because you're ready for it now. You know, you learned about people doing things to you, but there's some of us that, you know, like me, I take it hard when I get hurt. But especially if people lie to me. If you're my friend, just don't lie to me, because that hurts me. You don't. It just hurts me to just tell me the truth, and we work it out and everything. And because a lie, you have to go back and I just can't trust you anymore. And that's all I ask, But, if we just, try to keep a little bit of that being, hello, Shaquille. Hello, Shaquille. Good morning, my darling. Good morning. You are awesome, Sally. You are the Mary Poppins of fun. Oh, were you here? Yeah, you were here last night. Outdoor praying. Outdoor praying. It quickly goes away. I get migraines. Oh, yes. I used to get migraines too. I'll tell you what, I had one so bad. And I went to the emergency room because I never do that because I never want to cost more money. But this one time I went and they gave me a drug called, I don't think they have it anymore, Demerol. Man, I slept for 3 days. That headache went away because I used to take Emitrex. I had Emitrex injection, but this one time this headache would not go away, and I got them really, really bad. And so they gave me this injection of Demerol, and I was like, whoa, because fluorescent lights, everything. And they let me lay there for a half hour or so, and then Daryl took me home, and I slept for like what, 2 or 3 days. I was out.
Maybe we should do that again.
Daryl's like, they should do that again. It takes deliberate effort to maintain a childlike faith as you grow and mature. Depend on your Father for grace and mercy, and He will keep your heart soft. Allow the Holy Spirit to search your heart and actively surrender pride at the foot of the cross. Embrace grace over harsh standards, simple faith over meticulous religion, and mercy over judgment. Let me tell you that again. Allow the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit's there to help you. It's not just, the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit was given to us to help us. Allow the Holy Spirit to search your heart and actively surrender pride at the foot of the cross. Embrace grace over harsh standards. So grace over harsh standards. So I'm taking that as, if I'm wrong, if you guys see it a different way, tell me. But I'm taking that as if someone hurts you, you have to try to have grace upon them and forgiving. Remember I told you about forgiving because sometimes it really hurts, to carry that around and you don't forget, but you forgive them. Let's see. Allow the Holy Spirit to search your heart and actively surrender pride at the foot of the cross. Embrace grace over harsh standards, simple faith over meticulous religion, and mercy over judgment. It says, let go of oh, I knew it. I saw that word and I could say it in my head. And let go of cynicism and ask God for His perspective. And sometimes, people aren't, real sensitive to your feelings and they don't understand how, identify with, if someone, like when my kiddos, there was a big thing with bullying and that, and I don't tolerate bullying. And some kids think that, this one kid came in part of the school year and he, hello, my darling Dean. Hello. I wanted you to come last night. We were doing question and answers for, our marriage and instead of trivia. But I wanted to celebrate your birthday, Dean. I wanted to celebrate it. Are you still in Mississippi? And he's okay. But so now what was I talking about? I get so sidetracked. What was I talking about? Oh, the bullying with the kiddos. See, I'm getting better at remembering stuff. But the bullying and some of the other kids, I try to tell the kids this, okay? I say, they don't understand how they did something. They did something to someone, right? And they don't understand how it hurt them. Just like whenever they're playing games and the kids all want to win, right? They want to win, win, win because their families let them. But when they come into kindergarten, I got to teach them about, playing games and sportsmanship. And that sometimes when someone else wins, remember how you feel I'm doing this like puppets. But how you feel when you win. Now your friend can feel that way. So don't be sad. Be happy for your friend. And that's what I try to teach them. And that's what I try to teach some adults, to be happy for other people. Because I genuinely, like my friend Lori, I wanted to celebrate that last night. And Lori, I wanted to do my dance last night. And I got so sidetracked because of the tornado warning and our power, but I wanted to do a lot of things last night on my live. But my friend Lori hit her 500. I'm so proud of her. And, she's going places, that Lori. But Lori's Soul Circle. Check it out tonight at 7 p.m. Right, Lori? Eastern Standard Time. And then she also does a live on Thursdays at 10 a.m. And Wednesdays is a wonderful time, too, because Scott on Escaping the Suburbs is at 8 p.m., which is almost past my bedtime if I had one. I know, but I get so sleepy. I'm like, I gotta stay up for this. So those are things I look forward to, guys. So if you go there, you'll see me there with bells on, and also Rhonda, my friend Rhonda, she made it to 1,000 too. 1,000. Well, she probably has 1,002 by now. I forgot Dan. I'm sorry, Dan. I'm sorry. Wednesday, Dan is, what time did he say? Because I thought someone else said it was 7. I'm like, no. Oh, yeah, because he went to the movies or something. Dan, my thing is not scrolling. I don't have it on here. What time is Dan again? Because I only get one thing on my phone. Is it 6 or 7, Dan? I am so sorry. I apologize, Dan. You're 6 o'clock on Wednesday? All right, let's go. Sally loves her. I know. I get so sidetracked. Hello, Yvonne. Good morning. Or wait, Yvonne's texting me, so she's not on there. She's on my phone. I'm too popular. Do you know that song, Pop, Pop, Popular? Yeah, by the Veronicas. But anyway, so I'm all over the place. You see, Dan, I told you. Dan is DG Outdoors Channel. Allie, can you put that up? Allie's my secretary. Or Dan can do it himself. And it is, when you have it horizontal, you don't get stuff on the screen. It might pop one thing, but I have to have my phone down here. If I would use my computer, I would, be with it. But then I wouldn't be able to move you around when I do, when I did the cooking. Maybe I should start using it for my lives in the morning. Yeah. Okay, there it is. Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And Dan is, he's an outdoorsman, but he has been going through some changes in his life with, having diabetes and stuff. Who else is reading along with the book club? I don't know about a book club. Isn't that through Granny? Okay. You have to tell me about that, Allie, because she has come on my channel a couple times to make comments, or maybe it was when I was making long comments to Lori, and she's like, she's telling me that Lori needs I shouldn't be telling Lori to go full throttle, Lori, you can do it. And she's like, Lori needs to take the ease off. But we all do need to enjoy the journey, with our channels. It's so silly to be looking at the analytics and the because when you get like Lori, when you get the 500 and it goes up a little bit, then it goes down 10. It's so devastating. And I made in my beginning of my YouTube channel, I just couldn't take it anymore, and it was really like affecting me. I mean, there's a lot of things that affect me, but that was one of them. So I just stopped looking at it, and people would tell me, "Oh, look at your hours." I don't want to look at them. I still don't look at them. Somebody told me the other day I needed, what was it, 166 or something? See, I don't even know hours to be fully monetized. I don't dwell on that. And you know what? I'm enjoying the journey, and as I enjoy the journey, my friends, my subscribers have grown, and it's such an easier road that I have more time to invest in my friends, my subscribers here, because that's where I have time to go to their channels and stuff, and to get to know them, and I check up on you. If I don't see you for a while, I check up on you, and I don't keep any lists. I try to keep with this here. But Daryl, he wanted me to show you the statue he bought me. But this is my statue of Jesus with the children, and I always thought that this little boy looked like Matthew, and then my nieces. My sister has 5 girls and 3 boys, so that's my statue. Tomorrow we will be checking out the stone quarry on our property for hiking video. No video today, taking the night off. I'll check y'all lives. All right, you got time for us then, right? And then Allie's saying at Granny's Southern Corner. Yep, I don't mind you guys if you say other people's channels. I have no qualms with that. We're a community. We should, like Allie girl, I want Allie to succeed. I want her to get things done. I want Lori to have time to do her, her life, but I also need Lori to help me with stuff. And Scott, like Scott does these adventures, and I would never get to see Florida like Scott does in his hikes and stuff. But if I didn't watch him, right, I wouldn't know more stuff about diabetes. If Dan didn't call me the other night and tell me all the things, because I'm borderline, and my dad was real bad like Dan, and diabetes is really, really dangerous, and some of us are in the borderline. We don't take it seriously. I'm like that, and Dan's really teaching me a lot. So that's so wonderful, Mike. Wow, 930. Let's see. So anyway, we all are a community here, and it's a place where I won't tolerate bullying, and I won't tolerate people being mean to one another. You can I don't care if you're a 10,000 subscriber and you have all these people that could help me. I don't care, because if you're mean, get out of here. All right, because I don't want you around, and that's just the way it is. So I don't tolerate people hurting anybody else, because this is a positive place where we pray to God and try to change the world, and that's what we do. Anyway, no meaning, no meanies, no meaning, no meaning. But anyway, I don't like, if you don't want to be a good person, then don't subscribe to me. Okay. If you want to, be a part of, like, what I say is what I always told my kids. And I always say this, no wackadoodles, right? No wackadoodles. That's Debbie Sue. But what I always said to my boys, and this is the way I live my life, and if you don't believe it, I was talking to Yvonne about that the other day. If you're hanging around people that hurt other people, then people think that you're like that. Just like if my boys hung around with people who stole and, were mean, or like, I don't know. If they did that, right? If they did that, then people, because my brothers used to hang around with this boy, and I started hanging out with my brothers, right? Hi, Yvonne. I was just talking about you. And then they thought that my brothers were like that kid, because this kid, he would get into trouble, like break into cars and stuff. And my brothers didn't do that, but they liked this kid, right? Yeah, he had guilt by association. That's right. So when you hang around people that aren't nice to other people, you're eventually going to be like that. You're eventually going to be a user, or, like you see them do it. And then, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. But, people do what they want to do, and that's okay. Because I don't want to be a part of anyone being mean to anybody else. And I think I have some really good friends on here, and and I'm loyal. I'm a loyal person. If you're my friend, I will always be and have your back. So those of you that, want to be my friend and stay here and subscribe and, like you guys want to love on me, go ahead. But I do like hugs. So that's all I got to say about that situation. Anyway, hello, Rosebud, saying hello to Yvonne. Everybody's saying hello to one another. I love the glasses. Oh, yeah. They actually have a sparkle. Yvonne, are you dressing up for me today since it's Sunday? Yesterday, was that yesterday, Yvonne? Yesterday, huh? Was it yesterday? Yesterday, Yvonne had her hair all down and she had makeup on. I was like, oh my gosh. I couldn't even watch it because I was doing something and then I looked up and I'm like, whoa, I get on the phone. I'm like, stunning. You look so beautiful. And I just like, I know she doesn't need makeup. She's beautiful without makeup. But it was like, yeah, I don't like mean people either. But I was just so excited because I saw a picture of Yvonne with her grandbaby and she had this dress on because Yvonne's always working. Yvonne's always working and she's tired. She told she don't have time to do her hair and she pulls it back. And, well, I'm just talking about you. But, and I just wanted her to do something nice for herself, self-care. Because when you do stuff like that, you feel better about yourself. Because when I was first fired, I make a promise. I get my shower and I get dressed from head to toe down to shoes because I have house shoes. Like tennis shoes I wear in the house. But I have to do that because I was getting to the point where I was just like in my jammies or watching TV. So first thing I got rid of, no, we don't have any TV, just YouTube. My son buys for us. And I have different things that keep me busy here. I have the dogs and, I go with my friend who has a membership to the gym, and I have friends that work at the gym, so I get into the gym. But just things like that to keep myself busy because I didn't want to be one of those people that just like went into a deep depression because I've been there before, and because I have very bad problems with depression and anxiety. I let too many things bother me, and it's part of my upbringing too, like low self-esteem and that. And that's why I'm always trying to just like push it all out, because I'm actually very shy, believe it or not. But not anymore, I tell you what brought me out from the shyness. When we first got married, well, before we got married, I worked at Kmart. I don't know if you remember Kmart. I worked at the service desk. And some of them people that came in there, you can't be shy. You can't be timid. You got to go right back at them, Like, with some of the things they try to return. I'm like, I had one dude, he went in the back to the garden shop and brought a lawnmower up and was going to return it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Are you going to be on this time now? Well, Yvonne, it's daylight savings time, love. It's actually 8:30 my time, so it's 7:30 your time. Did you forget to change your clocks? Because I had my Alexa tell me, are you ready? And I said, ready for what? And she says, you're going live in a half hour. And I'm like, what? Did you forget to change your clock? Nana, look at your phone. Your phone should have changed regular because you're going to need that for tomorrow when you go to work. I know, I forgot. Yeah, I was just like doing my putsy thing, and I was looking up this old video I had from my channel, and I was like, "Oh, can we repost a video? Because I can't remember. I looked for it, but I thought I posted it, but apparently I didn't." Did you change your clocks? You just slept late. Same time I always have been on, Yvonne. Same time, same bat channel, same bat place. But anyway, so, hey guys, I kept you long enough. There's still no sunrise, and it was really good chatting with you. And hey, if I ever go over, guys, and you can't stay, just say bye there, bye-bye. But anyway, so I love you all, and go, Gadget. showing my age now. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Let me see here. Let me get it right. And I'll see ya when I see ya. Bye-bye, guys. Don't forget, it's International Women's Day. Treat your woman good. Give her a foot rub. All right, let's say I love you all. Hugs, hugs, hugs. All right, bye, guys. I'll see you when